messages for the week ahead. I'm so happy that you're here joining me for the Angels guidance for this week. It's saying it's live. I'm hoping it is. And so it's such a great day. It's a beautiful day to get a reading. It's the 1st of November. So we've got all the ones, 1/1/1, 2021, which is significant in itself. We're in that liminal period, that time between seasons, and this time where the veil is much thinner, so it's easier for you to get guidance and healing at this time of year, right? Okay, Halloween is, the 31st of October, but this, the dates that Halloween celebrates isn't just on one day. It actually is a few days before and a few days after. So listen very carefully to today's reading for anything that really resonates with you and makes you have an idea, a thought, a vision where you go, okay, this definitely applies to me, because the readings that I do on these Angel Mondays aren't just for one single person, it's for everyone. And I know that the angels are working through me to you. So anything that you pick up on is significant. Remember that. Your intuition is working as well. So I've got lots to share with you today about signs and guidance and why this is an important time of year to really reach out and get those signs that you most need. And I'm not just talking airy fairy, any old sign. Every passing butterfly isn't a sign, but there are certain times when a butterfly or an animal, a bird, or even a flower or something significant to you does show up, and it is a sign. And it's easier for you to know what that is rather than just sort of giving your power away to everything that comes. So I'll talk a bit more about that as we go on. How are you, and how are you feeling today? I'm sorry it's a little bit later today, but I was traveling this morning, and so I got home a couple of hours ago, and to be honest, I really am quite, worn out from the trip. So I had a little sit down. So here I've got the Archangel Power Tarot deck, which I'm going to be using to bring the guidance through from the Archangels and Angels. And I'm also using another deck, which is Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light, which really wanted to come along for this session today. So we will start. Hi, everyone. Let me see who's here. Hi, Nicole. Welcome. Hi, Carol and Erica. Oh, it keeps freezing your end. I'm pretty sure that the internet's pretty good. How's everyone else feeling? Hi, Erica. Hi, Tracy. There you go, signs. Your heart necklace showed up with your dad's ashes under your pillow. That's a beautiful sign. And Kyla. Hi, Kyla. So let's start by calling in the angels. That's always important, no matter what you're doing. If you're asking for signs, you're asking for guidance, you've got to make sure you know who you're asking, right? So we're going to call on our guardian angels and the archangels who are with us at this time, including Archangel Michael, who's the angel of protection. And we'll also ask for Archangel Raphael and Archangel Azrael, who's one of the angels that helps us when we're grieving deceased loved ones, because it's always lovely to hear from our loved ones on the other side. So Archangel Michael, thank you for protecting this session and everyone who is in it and who watches it. Thank you for transmuting all fear and lower energies to the light. And thank you, Archangel Raphael, for bringing your gorgeous green golden light for healing, emotional, physical, and all kinds of healing for everyone who needs it and who will receive it. And we also thank Archangel Azrael, the angel of transitions, who helps us when it's time to cross over, when our time is up, but also helps us to make a strong connection, heart to heart, to our loved ones on the other side. So what message do you have for us this week, angels, about the energy, and what do we most need to know at this time? So I'm just sending that question up and asking the angels. Okay, so when one card jumps out, it's actually significant, but if a bunch jump out, it's not. It's just that you drop them. which you've probably seen me do a few times if you come to these sessions. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Paula. Thanks, Joy. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the angels have to say. Beautiful. All right. So first up we have, hi Jane. First up we have a major arcana card, which is the Leap of Faith, Archangel Metatron. This is the card of beginnings, the 0. It's like having the slate wiped clean. It's like in some area of your life, you have a blank slate or a blank canvas in front of you, and you've got an opportunity to build or paint or create whatever you want on that, within reason, on that blank slate. So what is it that you want? You're about to start a new journey in some area of your life. And so if you're feeling that sense of things have dried up, or you feel like, you know, you've had a lot of endings and it's been frustrating, this is good news. You know, it's fresh new energy coming in. Now, it is a time where you need courage. You know, the angel in the card has packed his bag, but he's not just packed it with his belongings, he's packing it with courage and faith and trusting in the divine and the angels that the path is unfolding as it should. And so you need to stay connected with God and the angels and your spiritual guides to you know, meditate every day, say a prayer, do some journaling, do something every day that keeps you connected, because you build that bond, you build that, it's like opening the Wi-Fi, you know, it gets stronger every time you use it when you're connecting with the spiritual realm. This is a new journey that is based on your heart, not the opinions of others, not what everyone else wants you to do, more something that feels aligned and right for you. This is a time where now more than ever, you need to completely rely on yourself, believe in yourself. This isn't a time for you to be saying horrible things to yourself, distrusting your own intuition, you know, putting yourself down. Every time you do that, it's like you blow a fuse. You break that connection that you've been solidly building. You know, it's like you build up a little foundation, and then when you start putting yourself down, distrusting yourself, being negative, you knock that foundation down and you have to start again. Is that making sense to you? So you've got your guides with you, everyone is with you, and they are urging you on this new beginning. So Archangel Metatron, powerful angel that really helps us with our spiritual growth, really helps us to understand ourselves, not from the perspective of what everyone on Facebook and Instagram thinks of you, or your family, or your friends, or anyone. It's about you, what you believe, what you think of yourself, and helping you to understand who you really are. Hi, Naomi. Thank you. Hi. So what does this mean for you? Like, where is there a new path unfolding? What have you been thinking of, or what's been dropping in as downloads recently, where you can say, you know what, I've been resisting it, but I can feel there's a new door opening for me, or there's something I really want to create and I can't ignore it anymore. I can't keep putting this off. Now, the angels are saying the word resistance to me. So look at the areas that you've been resisting, that you've been avoiding or putting off. Now, it might mean sometimes there's short-term pain for long-term benefit, right? What does that mean for you? A period of hard work, or doing something that you, not that is totally repulsive to you, but that you don't want to do in order to get where you do want to go. So there's good things on the other side, good things on the other side, okay? All right, I love this card. Yeah, all the way from the Philippines, that's lovely. All right, the second card, we've got some more movement and energy. Look at this. So the first one, lots of butterflies too. I need to talk about butterflies afterwards. This one is the Knight of Michael, Archangel Michael rushing in. to help you with whatever you need help with. And this is about making decisions quickly. You know, I heard a quote the other day that said successful people make decisions quickly, and I can kind of see that. You know how we can get caught up in procrastination, and what really is happening is that we're putting off our good. We take ages to decide things, and then we get annoyed because someone else has taken our idea, or time just goes on. You feel frustrated because you feel stuck. Well, you can get yourself out of stuckness this week by making some decisions. Now, this isn't a quick decision that's a foolish decision. This is a decision bringing you closer to something that you love. So remember that word resistance came up earlier. Really important, because the resistance makes us procrastinate. So why are you avoiding making the decision? Is there fear there? Is there this kind of imposter syndrome, feeling not good enough, worried about what other people will think? What is it really? If you could break it down, what is it really? So it's time to move without fear towards that which you want and need. And this isn't, you know, again, this isn't a shallow thing. This isn't like chasing a boy or a girl, right? And I'm not saying relationships are shallow, but I'm talking about it on a shallow level, right? This is something that is a heart's desire, something that you really want and you know is right for you. This is with you in the creator position, in the position of the power, but the power that comes from the divine. So where are you holding back on yourself? Thanks Kyla, where you're not making decisions, you're procrastinating, you're stuck in the mud, you're just spinning your wheels and you're not getting anywhere. And maybe you're making lots of excuses for that, and it's arguing for your limitations. So Archangel Michael will come in and cut those cords for you. He will unbind you, unshackle you from the things that are keeping you stuck, but you need to want it. You need to be clear about it. You need to be saying, okay, I am courageously going to go for my dreams right now. I'm going to stop being jealous about everyone else. I'm going to stop worrying about what everyone thinks about me. I'm just going to do it. Okay, so sudden changes. Now you can see in this card, if you want to just look at the card, we've got Archangel Michael as a female, because of course angels don't have gender. And I love this. Her sword is drawn. She's on the white horse, and it's ready, you know, it's rearing up, ready to go. The grey clouds are there, but there's also some light coming through. So what you might imagine as being challenges or blocks, they're going to be gone as soon as you start moving in the right direction. They're not real. They're imagined. Okay, outcome, 2 cards. We've got another major arcana card, which is the number 6. It's Archangel Raphael. It's the Lovers. So the Lovers can be a relationship card, absolutely, but it's also about committing fully to that which you love, that which you're passionate about, that which is really important to you. But it is a card of commitment. So it can be marriage, relationship, it can be committing to your dreams, committing to your life purpose. You're not just hovering around on the edges and saying all the right things, you're actually meaning it. You are putting both feet in. Does that make you nervous? Make you excited? What happens for you? So making commitment from the heart. Now, if you're not really sure, like, what are my motives for this? You need to do some thinking and contemplation, but you can also call in Archangel Raphael and Michael and ask them to really help you to achieve your heart's desires and to help you to know your heart and to tune down your ego and tune up your intuition so that you know that you're on the right track. Because remember, self-doubt is corrosive. That's what they spoke about right in the beginning. You don't want to be giving your energy to the doubts and fears and the less than energy. You want to be giving it to, okay, if you had full faith, what would you be doing? If you could trust yourself, what would you be doing? And this one is showing this new beginning again, and this is the page of Ariel. So it seems to me that the actual forward movement that you're taking, you know, the decision making, the commitment, the stepping onto the path of a new beginning is opening up opportunities for you, and they're very happy opportunities. So it's like someone is offering you something. You know, it's a job, it's an opportunity. It might just be small, but it's like when you find $1 on the road, you know. Instead of saying, well, I need $100, angels, like that's not going to cut it. You say, well, thank you, because it's a sign. You know, it's the energy of movement, action, stepping forward, making decisions, committing, which activates the universal and divine support that is there for you in your life. And when we're on the fence and we're procrastinating and we're not doing much and we're waiting for a sign and waiting for a sign and another sign and then an even better sign, we're really just keeping ourselves stuck, and we're in like checkmate with the universe, like nothing can move. You know, you're kind of, I'm stuck, because you are the driver of that energy. So what does this say to you? What is this giving you? You can share if you want. All right, so I wanted to come back to that original card, if I can find it. Oh, we had the jumping card too. I mustn't ignore that. And the butterflies, because butterflies can be an amazing sign, not just from your angels, but also from your loved ones on the other side. So before I go into that though, we've actually had 3 major arcana cards for this week, the beginning of November, which is significant. You know, when you get these purple cards, they're big turning points. They're letting us know in bold, highlighted writing that to listen to the guidance, because it's important. It's about moving you forward on your divine path. So this is the moon, Archangel Haniel. And this is about, again, we seem to be really coming back to, you've got to not so much rely on everybody else's opinion or backup, and really tune into what your heart and your soul are telling you and what your guidance is. This is about listening to your intuition rather than, you know, Googling it or hoping that you're having to canvass someone. Imagine that you didn't have to ask anyone's opinion and you just tuned into what you really wanted. And you can say then, does this decision bring me closer to what I want or further away from it? And that usually answers the question. I do that a lot. It's like, okay, if I've got to make a decision, is this bringing me closer to what I want or further away? Is it bringing me closer to feeling more peaceful and at ease in my life, or is it taking me further away from that? Am I just inviting drama? Am I going off my track towards things that I have no business getting involved in? That's often a really good way to look at things, right? Just before you're about to answer that post that you feel triggered by, ask yourself, is this distracting me? Is this taking me off my path? Probably it is. Okay. All right. And of course, a card from Rebecca Campbell's beautiful Work the Light deck. Because as much as, you know, I'm from the Northern Hemisphere originally. I'm from Jersey, an island which is quite far south in the English Channel, close to the coast of France, but it is, you know, it's a British island, if you like, even though it's an autonomy. And, you know, this time of year is winter. And here in Australia, we're in spring and summer. So, you know, here the butterflies are prevalent. There's lots of them because, you know, there's loads of foliage and there's loads of flowers, and it's just a beautiful, you know, time of rebirth. But in England, this isn't a time of butterflies. And I was thinking today, because 31st of October is the anniversary of my dad's passing when he transitioned 15 years ago. And, you know, it was a hard time and it is an emotional time. But butterflies are quite significant. Now they can be signs of our deceased loved ones. But not just every passing butterfly, right? Because it's just when it comes at a significant time, or if it's unusual, as in it comes really close, or it appears in out of season. So the morning that my dad passed away, it was a very chilly, grey day in the UK, and one of my family members saw a butterfly at the bathroom window in the ensuite. And as she walked into the next room, the butterfly trailed her and came at the next window of that room too, and stayed there for quite a long time. And it was significant because it was a sign, because you don't see butterflies at that time of year in the UK, you know. And so yesterday, even though I'm in England, in Australia, I was thinking about my dad a lot and asking for signs, and I did see an enormous amount of butterflies yesterday, like a swarm. And so some of them were just butterflies, but some of them were a sign, because those signs mean a lot, don't they, of our deceased loved ones. And of course we get signs from angels as well. So again, we'll ask Archangel Azrael for a nice message for you. Okay. All right, interesting. Trust the niggle. So isn't that, look at that beautiful card. So this is letting you know, look at the figures either side, and like guides or angels, and then the figure in the fore. And the message is trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So I take that as when you do get a sign, whether it's from your angels, you've been asking your angels for a sign, and you get that feather, or you've been asking your deceased loved one to show you that they're with you, that they're around you, and you get a butterfly or you get a piece of music, trust the first feeling, the first thought you get rather than the next one. So the first thought is your intuition. It's usually a whisper, it's a flash, it comes in quickly. But the second thought is often the ego. Oh no, it's just a coincidence. It's just another butterfly. It's just another feather. So trust the first feeling when you go, oh my gosh, I know that's a sign. Trust that. And trust any intuitive feelings that you're getting, repetitive messages that are telling you it's time for that new beginning. It's time for you to start that new step. Oh, thank you for the butterflies. Hi, Joe. Yes, I'm from Jersey in the Channel Islands. Jersey, Guernsey, Alderney and Sark are a bunch of islands south of the UK, near France. Is that what you mean, Carol? So yeah, I'm writing an article right now about signs from our loved ones, because I know it's something that's high on my mind at the moment, and I know that it's important, you know. I think getting those signs, or getting a message, or having that dream when you're visited by a loved one in your dreams, you know, and it feels, you wake up and you know it was real. It lasts much longer than normal dreams that just kind of fritter away when the sun rises. But those dreams of our loved ones, you feel as if you've been there with them, or you might still feel their hug as you are waking up, or you might just remember it like it was, you know, like a real memory. And that's because it is a real memory. Your loved ones can visit you in your dreams. But there is other ways that they drop in. So you might hear their name, you might hear someone shouting their name, or you might hear their name in your mind, or you might see their name. That's something that stood out for me this weekend, is seeing my dad's name a lot. It might be a piece of music that's important to you, that you hear regularly, maybe in shopping centres or in your car on the radio, or it just shows up somehow, or you hear it playing in your own mind. You know, sometimes you wake up with a song in your head and you can't get it out of your head all day. Or those butterflies or other animals, something that is, you know, is significant in some way. Like when my beautiful dog Bear passed away a couple of years ago, just before he went, a bright blue butterfly, quite unlike anything I'd really seen before, was fluttering around. And it was just, I just knew in that moment, I had that first thought, knowing, that inner knowing. And then since then, those butterflies don't show up that often, but it's usually when I'm thinking about Bear or missing him in some way. Oh, there you are. So yeah, I mean, the first thing about receiving a sign is asking for a sign, and being careful not to be too narrow-minded about it, right? Be open and just ask for a sign that clearly indicates that your deceased loved one is with you. So you might talk to them by name, and then you can also ask your angels to help you to create a connection, because they can enhance that connection between you and your loved ones. They can help you to raise your vibration to that place where you're receiving messages and signs from your loved ones. And what they're telling me right now is that it's really important that it's really important not only that you do ask and that you still talk to your loved ones in heaven. You know, you can talk to a photo, or you can just chat to them, because they do hear you. But it's really important that you're open, and that you just don't dismiss or throw away or kind of go, oh, that's not good enough. You can ask for more signs, but always be grateful and give a few minutes when you get a sign of realizing and accepting and receiving the energy of it into your being, because that makes a huge difference. And it increases your faith, which is important, right? But it also opens the way for more signs to come, more in-depth ones. So, you know, I think some people get a bit weird about it, you know. They kind of go, give me another one, and get kind of cranky. But I think you've just got to be really open. You've got to get your ego out of the way and just be really super open and soft and receptive. And that's, you know, I find that really works for intuitive and psychic work, but it also works really well if you're just a beginner and just asking for signs, just asking for more clear signs that they exist, that they are with you, because it's so healing. Hi Carol, so you are from Jersey. I'm sorry about that long explanation about Jersey, because I get so many people who think I'm in New Jersey, and you're probably used to that too. So you're from there too. That is awesome. So where do you live now? Ah, in Sawtell. Oh my goodness. 2 Jersey beans on the mid-north coast. Okay, my lovely ones, I'm going to leave it there. And I'm sending you lots of love. Look out for my blog later on today. I'm just about to, in half an hour, I'm going to go onto Instagram and do the reading on Instagram Live as well. So I'm going to give myself a few minutes before that. And yeah, have a beautiful week. I'm sending you angel blessings. Remember to ask for those signs. Really look after your energy at this time of year, because that liminal, that veil is thinner, right? You're more intuitive, but you're more sensitive as well. And don't forget that on the 19th of November, I've got another Archangel attunement, which is the Archangel Uriel Golden Light attunement session on Zoom. So you are now able to sign up for that one if you haven't already. I'm excited about that. So sending you love, and you too, Carol. I recognize that name. And see you, Awaken Soul Gifts gang. I'll see you on Tuesday. Lots of love. Okay, see ya.